everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on what if General Ross had became the Hulk. Now, keep in mind that General Ross is always meant to be the antagonistic foil to Bruce Banner, who always constantly hunted him down and always wanted to make his life a living hell. So in this reality, General Ross does get a taste of his own medicine when he becomes the Hulk, and years later, he does eventually become one. So the story starts off how the Watcher talks about the gamma radiation and how Bruce Banner became who he was, and introduces the story of what if General Ross became the Hulk. And so the story starts off how at the bunker, Bruce Banner mainly talks with Eagle, saying, "A few minutes more, and we'll know whatever we have succeeded or not. I was right. It's from the start, Banner, and I still am. It is too dangerous." And so General Ross shows up, saying, "Why all the delays, Banner? We're here to test your weapon, so let's test it." And so he mainly gets introduced to Betty, and General Ross pretty much says, "And call me a cab out of this blasted swine circle. We make weapons here, better not chit-chat." And so pretty much Bruce Banner tries to, point out about, trying to make peace and that, but General Ross, mainly due to the fact he's meant to be an army man, believes that, that we're fighting a war and that nobody's going to stop when the countdown happens. So Eagle sees that someone's made it to the test field, and General Ross, instead of Bruce Banner, goes to sort it out, and pretty much goes out there to confront Rick Jones, and turns out Eagle is a Russian spy, and pretty much tries to steal Bruce Banner's research. So pretty much General Ross pretty much threatens a kid and says, "Trespassing." "Whoa, slow down, Patton. No, do I look like a spy?" "Not remotely, which is what would make you an ideal spy." "Well, you can't beat that logic." And so they see that the radiation's happening, and they quickly run to the trenches. But instead of Bruce Banner, General Ross becomes the Hulk, and unlike Bruce Banner, who goes easy on Rick, General Ross mainly kills Rick Jones. And after pretty much waking up, General Talpot pretty much asks Bruce what happened in that, and they find out that Eagle did all this and go to find him, and Banner's like, "What's left of him, you mean?" After they plan to go after General Ross and see if he's alright. So pretty much Betty's all by her own, and suddenly she sees to her horror a giant Hulk-like monster. And given the fact that General Ross is now a Hulk, he doesn't pretty much talk or anything, just groans and that. I'm surprised Betty doesn't recognize her father, and it clearly is him. So Betty quickly goes on the phone, but pretty much General Ross Hulk sees himself in the mirror and looks horrified, and quickly Hulk jumps. So pretty much General Talpot and Banner see what happened to Rick Jones, and know whatever it wasn't human. So instead of General Ross going after the Hulk in the main Marvel Universe, General Talpot takes on the responsibility, and despite Banner warning them that he's figured it out, Eagle pretty much gets away with the military secrets, but suddenly gets murdered by the Ross Hulk, and General Ross figures out that it is him due to him stealing the Jeep and secrets, and throws him right into a gas station, killing this guy who's probably had family and friends, and causes destruction, with the Watcher saying, "It's a parallel moment and triumph as he held his supremacy to any and all within hearing, and pretty much gets blasted by the military, who says, "Hit it again! We snagged it! Hurry before it destroys the whole town!" So General Ross quickly leaves and gets blasted by a chopper, not before General Ross shows off his might and sees everything to his advantage and throws a tank directly away and mainly bashes his way through, and after this does a powerful Hulk jump to try and talk with Betty, but realizes to his horror and shock that he threw the tank into her house. And Banner says, "In case you were wondering, yes, she was inside. If you look closely, you can see her hand sticking out where the kitchen used to be. I just gotten here. She smiled at me through the window." And you can tell Ross is now shocked and even disgusted at what he's become. And he's like, "Too late. Betty. Oh my God, Betty. What have I done? How can I make this up for this? Mother of God, how can someone tell me?" And so Banner pretty much kills General Ross there and there, and probably did this out of retribution for Betty's death, and walks off, not before telling him that the saying that he said was wrong, and leaving in the desert while the Watcher watches. And that's the end of the story. I think the story could have been a two-parter, and I think you could have had a moment for General Ross to walk into the desert after accidentally murdering Betty, and I think, yeah, there could have been more to have done with it. And I think the story is definitely not bad. I think it's meant to show General Ross getting a taste of his own medicine and seeing what Banner's life would become had he became the Hulk. So the story deserves a thumbs up. Still good and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.